Hello everyone, welcome to Beyond 9 to 5 Freelancing Exposed. I am your host Ezoku, and I'll be sharing my experiences and my knowledge alongside other freelancers who are successful in the freelancing community. Join me on this exciting journey as we uncover the world of freelancing. Hello everyone, welcome back to Beyond 9 to 5 Freelancing Exposed. Today I have a guest who is going to enlighten us on another aspect of freelancing. Please, before we go into the topic for the day, Elvis, can you tell the people about yourself and a little background story about your area in freelancing?
Okay. Thank you very much for having me here. Like you clearly said, my name is Elvis Steven, and I'm a full-time freelancer in the area of data analytics.
Full-time freelancer?
Yes, full-time freelancer.
So we have full-time freelancers now, not part-time?
We used to have part-time, but now we've gone with...
We still have part-time freelancers?
No, you can have part-time freelancer in freelancing.
You have to be in or...
You have to be, either you are in or you are out. So it's a very interesting thing. And that's what I do. And that's what I do to make a living in Nigeria here as freelance.
And it pays you well?
Yes, it pays really well. It pays really well.
Which platform do you major on doing freelancing?
When I started, I actually do it for my friends a bit, but then I got to know about Fiverr.
So it's Fiverr?
Yes, Fiverr, full-time Fiverr.
Why Fiverr?
I would say compared to other platforms, I've been told about other platforms, but what I like about Fiverr is the flexibility that they give us as freelancers.
Well, true, there are a lot of platforms. There's a whole lot of platforms. So, what is your niche in freelance? Which niche do you focus on?
I'm mostly focused on data analytics and business decision making.
And there's a lot of money in data analytics.
There's a lot of money, a lot of work in that niche because it's not saturated.
I'm sure our guests would want to know how to leverage on this data analysis to make money, as you have said. The way you have said it, a lot. It's like you're making a whole.
Oh yes, it's a very definitive statement. Okay.
So I think I have a few questions here from people.
Okay.
What is data analysis?
Personally, from what I've come to see over time, because people have different definitions of data analysis, but for me, what I see data analysis is using data to make informative decisions about your activities or your
people pay you to use data to make informative decisions.
Yes.
Wow. So in data analysis, right,
yes, what
are the techniques and the tools needed for people that want to learn? Because the essence of this is to have our audience be able to learn. Like for somebody who wants to go into it now, what are the tools and the technique the person needs to be abreast with or of?
Firstly, the person needs to have hands-on experience on certain set of tools, which are, like for me personally, what I use is Excel, I use R, I use Python, I use Tableau, and we have other known popular apps like GraphPads and Graph Prism.
I've never heard about those.
Okay, they're like non-popular.
Even for Excel, I think the only thing I used it for them was computing. I tried the plus and minus.
Oh.
But then I was told that there's a whole lot you can do with Excel.
Yes, it's a very, very powerful tool. Really powerful tool. There's a lot you can actually do with Excel.
So it goes beyond just data, this punching in.
No. It goes beyond just data entry and just connecting a few sheets. You can actually make very, very informative inference tests and data visualizations with Excel. And Excel really offers you a lot of flexibility. That's one thing is the major choice for many business owners, because unlike other applications where you have they give you a set down rules. Okay, you must have your charts in this particular shape. Excel gives you the opportunity to change the shape, change the size, change the font.
You said something about inference test, and it brings a question. Okay. What is the difference between descriptive and inferential statistics?
Okay. Basically, descriptive statistics is just basically we call it a summary statistics, because you're just summarizing the information. You're summarizing a whole lot of data.
To describe something.
Yes.
Just as the name lines?
Yes, to describe something. I would call it in a summarized version of your data.
Okay.
Because you're still your data, but you're just summarizing it so that somebody has a simpler, instead of having to look at 1,000 or 10,000 data entry points,
Okay.
you can actually just look at those files and be like, okay, this is the highest occurring, this is the.
And that is for descriptive.
That's for descriptive. But when you're now wanting to know cause of something, relationship between things, impact of things, effect of things, then you actually want to have inference analysis. Because in this particular case now, you want to then know more about your data. I think inference test gives you more out of your data than what descriptives can give you. Descriptive summarize your data, but inference, what you do mostly in as a freelancer is going to be inference statistics. Yes, and you get more out of your
So
data.
there's a demand for the inference aspect.
Yes,
Than
there's-
there is for the descriptive.
I would take that into context, because if we say there's more demand for descriptives, it's for inference above descriptives, it might sound a little bit one-sided, but what most companies do is descriptive statistics.
Oh.
But they do it depends on the way you present it. Some people are after knowing, okay, how many employees do I have in January, February, what's the rate of increase? All those are just basic descriptive statistics. But
Okay.
with the more you ask, the more info, the more the more information you're able to get out of descriptive statistics, is the more technical it becomes. Because when you just say, okay, you want to take an average of January and take an average of February, you want to know the increase, you now you subtract them. And
The last time I heard about inference and descriptive was when I was doing my final year project. Because I know there's inferential statistics but then I have no clue about what it is. There's another question here. You said, what are the certain pitfalls to avoid when conducting data analysis? We are not, right here in Nigeria, we don't really appreciate data, right?
Mm.
So you see people flying wrong information around. But I'm going to you now, what are the pitfalls, right? And the things to avoid to not be part of those people that are releasing bad data.
Okay, the pitfalls with regards to data analysis, there are quite a lot of pitfalls. So many people don't follow the standard procedures.
Okay.
With regards to one of the time I've had a client come to me and be like, okay, I had somebody do this job for me, but he didn't check for these assumptions, he didn't do the preliminary steps, and that is why I don't trust the information from this data. Because the good thing about data is whether you are wrong or you are right, it's going to give you a result.
Yes, true.
No matter if you key in anything, whether you key in rubbish, you key in proper,
There will always be a result.
there will always be a result. So at the end of the day, if you actually pop out a result that is not trustful, that you didn't follow all the preliminary steps and the standardized procedures, you find out that people will have issues trusting the data. So I would say one of the pitfalls people make is they rush into doing the inference statistics without looking at what are the things I need to do. For instance, if you are going to check something like you want to check the differences, or you want to do maybe like an ANOVA test, like one of the inference tests, like it's popular. So if you do something like that now, some people will just be like, oh, he asked me to check for differences, I used an ANOVA. I'll be like, no, you don't just jump into things like that. You have to go back and find out, did you clean the data? Did you check for missing values? Did you check for any wrongly imputed values? Did you check for normality of the data? Did you check all those assumptions before actually going and deciding what was your baseline for actually deciding to use this? So that was now that.
Do you think that people do all of this within Nigeria?
I wouldn't want to say. We have quite a lot of really intelligent people in Nigeria, and yes, I wouldn't want to say, but it's I think that's one of the pitfalls. That's one of the pitfalls.
So in essence, what you are saying is that for you to be able to carry out data analysis, you need to familiarize yourself with all of the tests and all of the tools to be able to bring out the accurate result. That if you feed it the wrong info, you will get a wrong result.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
another one here is now you spoke about companies that want either descriptive or inferential data, right? Now, how do you communicate data analysis results effectively to these people?
Depends on what they want. Most times, a thought in a person's head is kind of complex. It's like an imaginary image. It comes to you and be like, this is my data. I want to just know the summary of employees. I want to know the summary of what I've earned in a year. And you realize that it's not just simple as just getting all what they've earned in a year and just adding them up and say this is what you earn. You find out that they've earned from different categories. So most of the time they come with this bogus brain. They come up with these big ideas. They don't even know what they want. Most clients don't know what they want.
Are you serious?
They just come to you and be like, okay, this is what I want to do. But that's not really what they want to do because they just have the idea, but they don't know how to.
So is there not going to be some sort of? But you're saying that most times they don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
Are they or let's say sometimes they don't know what they want to do.
Yes.
Do they arrive at, because is that not going to make a client to seller difficult situation?
The issue is you with the seller. It's like you going for a painting and you want somebody to paint something for you. You have an idea of what you want,
right?
But you don't know how you get it. So the person who is actually going to be doing the painting is going to tell you, do you want me to use a pencil or do you want me to use?
So you have to walk them through.
Yes, you have to walk them through the process. So you have to ask them, okay, will you like information on this? The person will look like, yes, I think that I will need something like that. So you have to bring that big idea of cloud storm and separate everything so that you can pick out the specific details. Because I've realized this, that's one mistake people make when they get jobs. They just go in and they just. So
to be able to effectively communicate this thing, that means you need to have a very good communication skills.
Very important.
So it is very important to be able to communicate with whoever it is you want to carry out this project for, to ensure that you don't do a whole lot of corrections.
Yes, you want to avoid corrections as possible. In fact, as much as possible.
So you want to avoid revisions over and over again. All right. Right. So there's one question here I would like you to attend to also. You said common data visualization techniques and tools needed for data analysis.
Most times people come with there are a lot of charts beyond the creating of bar charts, pie charts, and the column charts that we actually know that are quite popular. There are many different kind of variations, combinations that you can do with these different.
Can you give us some of the things that one can do with it?
I've actually created a chart that had to do with so it's more like a straight chart, and it's like you can see the percentages, profits.
Can we be able to share this with people?
Yes, I could actually provide the. Yes, I'll actually send it. So you can attach it while it's showing here. You can actually see that it's a pretty much difficult to make chart, but it was made using Excel. That's the beautiful thing about it. Because of the flexibility of Excel, you can add things, add this, add that.
So there are people that all they know is Excel, and they are making a lot from it.
Yes. Person I actually learned from, not directly learned from, but most of our resources online were really beneficial to me, and I think many people can actually, if anybody has been serious with their Excel practices, they would have actually found online Lily Granny, and her videos are really yes, and mostly what she does is Excel related and Google Sheets, and this is really, you find out that in one video you can have up to like 1 million views. I mean, over 1 million people, and she's making serious profit from these particular areas. Over 1 million people have these issues.
Now, with the emergence of different AI intelligence, artificial intelligence, and human innovation, now, how can machine learning and artificial intelligence be applied to data analysis? I know that for my research these days now, I use ChatGPT, right? And it makes work very easy for me. Does ChatGPT and some other AI, do they help and aid in data analysis projects?
They probably kick us out of the but I think the good thing about it, I don't feel AI is a threat in the area of data analysis.
Okay.
I see it like a companion.
You think that they will not develop AIs that will be able to perfect analysis?
At the end of the day, you still need a human figure to actually.
But then it means that you require less humans.
Yes, it will make work faster for me.
Right.
But I don't think a client will care if I use AI or I didn't use AI.
So it means that, for a data analyst,
yes,
you have to, improve yourself as this technological emergence comes up too.
Yes.
Because I can tell you for a fact that AI has rendered a lot of people unemployed.
Oh,
just as Tesla tonight. Look at Tesla. You realize that Tesla, if Tesla were to be an Uber, it would drive itself to you. And then you get to your destination. So do you think that a time will come that whereby it is only those who are able to keep themselves abreast with AIs that will be able to do these jobs?
No, not really. The thing I disagree with the AI actually taking over, like the way people are thinking about it. It's, take for instance, right now, you give the example of driving a Tesla car and you're going out. Okay, if you don't know how to drive and then your Tesla car stops at the middle of the road, there's no network to connect.
So it's also important to
will you come down and push the car? No, that's
this question,
human element.
We would like to know emerging trends, and technology in the field of data analysis. The emerging trends, sort of new things that were not there before that are coming up now. Are there some?
Yeah, there are kind of new ways of doing things. I've heard of new tests. Like, good thing about being a freelancer is that's one of the things I love about this job is you get to know things on time even before they actually become really popular. You get to know them. You get to know them before them, because somebody is going to bring it up to you. Have you done this? I need this. I need that. And you're like, I've not heard of this before.
So if you look at Fiverr, you realize that where Fiverr was, let's say 5 years ago, is not where they are now.
No, they've moved.
A lot has changed. And in terms of the market pool too, people are now well informed about freelance. People, and initially outsourcing seemed alien to people. You wanted to get the jobs done, but now outsourcing is one of the biggest unofficial employer of labor, because you don't need to meet a person physically.
Yes.
So just as Fiverr has evolved over time, do you see data analysis too evolving as well, or has it been evolving?
Data analysis has really evolved if we compare it, because we've gone from data analysts going from pencil, paper, writing and making calculations.
and then you have to do that
with
1, 2, 3, 4
with big haircuts and everything. So we don't do that anymore. So what we do, and we just even gone beyond just using Excel and just getting a dynamic sheets. Actually, even if Excel is a much basic tool and it's like the most popular one, but we now have data analysts who have gone into programming languages. We can use Python, we can use R programming.
So data analysts can also program as well?
Yes, no, they cannot program, but they can use some programming languages.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and it's really interesting, because the fact that they can use programming languages now means they can interact with others.
People in other professions.
Yes, in other profession. They can use it in other profession and make like really serious adaptation, especially with softwares and developers. And being able to understand the language of these certain people means that there are more going to be future collaborations within these niches in future years.
So, looking at, I think we're done with the questions that was forwarded to us. Now, for people that want to, we've spoken about freelancing generally.
Yes.
Right. For your own niche, which is data analytics, for people who want to learn, right? First, you tell them your media handles. Just in case, please follow Beyond 95 on YouTube. Follow my social media handle I am Ezioku on Instagram. I am Ezioku on Twitter. I am Ezioku on TikTok. And you can follow him. What's your media handle, please?
Currently, I am not very active on social media, any of them.
For someone who earns as a freelancer, a full-time freelancer.
The good thing about it is that most of my communications are just happening on those platforms, so people just chatting me up.
I see.
So I don't really have much time to actually go back and then.
Well, I think after now you should be able to, because I'm sure people will want to know more. This has been interesting.
Yeah.
And an eye-opener for me as well. But so for people that want to go into data analytics, and you said it that you're a full-time freelancer, earning comfortably.
Yes.
Right. Now, could you walk us for beginners? Could you walk us on how to start? In just briefly, how to start and the things to do, the platforms and how to navigate it.
Okay. Firstly, I would say is you need to have a passion for data analysis first. You can't just say, okay, I want to do data analysis because my colleagues are doing data analysis or my friends are doing data analysis or because Elvis is doing data analysis. No, you do data analysis because you love what's going on inside the field.
Motivation, one is usually motivation for a lot of
Yes, money is usually motivation, but if you're not motivated, at the end of the day, you realize that the money will become choking.
They say you can make a lot of money.
It goes beyond the money, actually.
I agree.
Yes, it goes beyond the money because at the end of the day, you need serious passion. Sometimes I'll be awake like 6 to 7 hours, and I wouldn't even know that I'm even awake up to that time because what I'm doing is so much interesting and I like what I'm doing, even though I'm not getting it at that point in time. Because sometimes they give me a job that I cannot do, and I know I cannot do it, but I still take it, right? Because I know that during by the time I'm working on the job, I'm going to improve myself.
So how do they? What should they start to do? You've spoken about having passion for it.
Yes, once they have their passion, then the next thing they can do is they need to actually I would recommend to people to have like basic knowledge before creating their profiles on any freelance site.
So it is important for them to even go and learn it.
Yes, it's because
is there a website where they can learn?
There are quite a lot of resources available online. There's YouTube, there's Udemy, there's Coursera, there's quite a lot of
they take their time to learn it.
Yes.
And once they've learned it rather, they can now move to Fiverr.
Yes.
So how do they leverage on Fiverr?
They need 2 skills. So it's not just about when they learn data analysis and that's the end. No. They still need to know about SEO also. So yes, because by the time you need to know how to rank your gig. Because if some people, when they have all the knowledge in the world, they find out that they can't even make clients. Why somebody who does not have up to them is making times 10 of what they are making.
There are people on Fiverr that are not really they don't know, but they know how to run things. And they know how to get the job and they give it out to people and do it.
Exactly, that's it. That's why I say every data analyst should be flexible. So you wouldn't just limit yourself to just being a data analyst and just
so maybe we'll probably get you on here to talk about how to rank gigs.
Okay.
You know, time is fast, man.
Yeah.
And we have a short trivia question. I think just short. Let's just attempt to them and see if you can just wrap up the show.
Okay, thank you.
So number 1 is, what is the most unexpected place you've ever landed a job from on Fiverr? Where were you on that? The most unexpected place.
I actually woke up to pee that morning and then
Around what time?
around like I think around 4 a.m. in the morning. The funniest part is we concluded the job in 5 minutes. I didn't even know what the job was about. Like,
but just complete. Wow. That second question. What's the most creative thing you've ever done to get a client's attention on Fiverr?
I would say what I did then was I compared him to a footballer. When he messaged me, I said he looked like Kante.
Now, I would not do that as a compliment.
He's quite a handsome guy now.
No, financially handsome, but physically no. Everybody knows that Kante is not on the top.
Maybe apart from me, because when I called him, he was really happy with it. I think that was his best player or something. So I saw him with a Chelsea shirt. I'm like, okay. Now I see the bias. Now, number 3. What is the funniest mistake you've ever made on the job on Fiverr? I would say that was recently.
What happened?
I took a job and the person sent me a zip file. Above everything, all the values I held most, which is I have to check the file before taking the job. I didn't check the file. The zip file he sent to me. By the time I opened the file, after 2 days when I wanted to start, I realized that he didn't send the file in Excel format. He sent it as a PDF document.
So how big is that mistake?
I had to type everything from beginning to the end.
And when you messaged him, he said he doesn't have.
When I messaged him, he was like, "No, you can't tell me that after 3 days. No, I can't take that." I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
How big is?
The sheet was like about 200 and something responses. I had to type them word for word for each particular column.
Well, I think that's is it possible that this online so that you can convert PDF to that? So?
I tried to use that, but I saw it's when you convert it to Word document, I'm unable to copy it. Yes.
I think that there's one like that PDF converter. It's easy, automatically. There's not going to be any error. It converts automatically to it.
Oh, maybe you can send it to me now. Yes, that would be very, very helpful.
Number 4. What is the most unique thing you've ever done for a client?
I would say offer to explain the results for them. That's one unique selling point. You can actually, what I do is apart from just doing the work for them, I schedule like sections for them where I can explain the results.
That's very thoughtful.
Yes.
Very, very thoughtful. So the final one. Okay, no, it's not the final one. What is the most important lesson you've learned about freelancing from using Fiverr?
Patience. Patience.
Don't have patience.
Patience.
People just want money. When you call figures, they just want that figure.
Yes. People don't be in a hurry to rush the client into tell me what you amount to pay. Tell me what you're going to pay.
I think there's something they said, do the time and do the work. You know, I don't know whether that's the correct one, but just do the time and do the work. Right? The final one. Are you open to mentoring few people? Because I'm sure that people will message me on the comment section. People will message me. People will send me messages on social media handles to want to learn. Are you willing to mentor people? And is there going to be a fee, or you can just take few people and do for free and they say, you don't want to take just 4 people?
With regards to mentoring people, that's a bit difficult one because of yes, I have actually mentored quite a lot of people, but the thing is timing. But if people have like specific questions about, yes, they are very, very free to contact me anyway. I'll definitely create some social media handles where they can reach me through.
So I can tell you this for free, right?
Yes.
If 1 or 2 people, I can talk to Elvis, 1 or 2 people he will take, right? But as he has said, in freelancing, timing is the most important. And to be a successful freelancer, you need to be able to utilize your time. And people that are giving you jobs are not even Nigerians. Most of them are not Nigerian. So you are sleeping at odd hours, you are awake at odd hours, you are awake at night, and then you're sleeping in the morning. Now that's how his schedule is. And most of the time when I try to reach him, he's either sleeping or he's never sleeping. So it is very, very important that you do the time, put in the work. To earn, I can tell you, he earns so well, bigger than your thoughts, right? And it is because he has done the time, he has put in the effort. And he said something about patience. You have to be very patient to earn. Be very, very patient. And I can tell, if you want me to bring him back to explain a specific aspect, I'll definitely bring him back. And please just like, comment, and even share our videos. And please do not forget to subscribe. We'll always bring you very interesting episodes like this from time to time, so that we can eradicate, unemployment and a whole lot of other vices within our community. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode, Elvis. And I believe that the things you have shared with us here, they are gold. And I'm sure that our audiences have learned a lot from this episode, and I'm very sure that this is impacting. And I hope that we'll be able to see you next time. And thank you all once again. Until the next episode that I come and bring an interesting topic to you. Bye. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you found this content to be informative. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you never miss an update. If you found this video helpful or informative, do give it a thumbs up and share with family and friends. Thank you.